You walk into the office, and something happens before you even sit down. Your voice shifts. Your posture straightens. That joke you'd normally crack, you swallow it. You laugh a little louder at your boss's comment than you actually mean to. And somewhere between the parking lot and your desk, you quietly become someone else. Who is that person, really? Here's the thing. Nobody tells you. Work doesn't just pay your bills or build your resume. It slowly rewires how you talk, how you react, even how you see yourself. And the wild part is, it happens so gradually, you never catch it happening. You just wake up one day and realize the person clocking in isn't quite the person who clocked out of childhood. Let's start with something you felt but never named. You're annoyed in a meeting, genuinely frustrated. But your face doesn't show it. You nod, you smile, you say totally. That makes sense. That's emotional masking, and psychologists call it surface acting. Arlie Hochschild studied this decades ago in her research on emotional labor, and she found something unsettling. Constantly faking an emotion doesn't just tire you out, it actually distances you from your own real feelings over time. So every time you swallow that eye roll, you're not just hiding an emotion, you're practicing becoming someone who doesn't fully feel it anymore. Now here's where it gets deeper. Ever notice how you agree with the room even when part of you disagrees? That's not weakness, that's wiring. Solomon Ash's famous conformity experiments showed people will straight up deny what their own eyes tell them, just to match the group. In an office, the stakes feel even higher, because disagreeing doesn't just risk being wrong, it risks your standing, your reputation, your invitation to the next big project. So you stay quiet, and silence, repeated enough times, starts to feel like your actual personality. Then there is the boss walking by, and suddenly your whole energy changes. That's authority bias, first exposed by Stanley Milgram's unsettling studies on obedience. We don't just respect authority, we unconsciously defer to it, reshaping our opinions to match whoever holds the power in the room. Think about the last time you agreed with an idea in a meeting only because your manager said it first. And underneath all of this sits something quieter, something almost tribal. Belonging. Humans are wired to fear exclusion, and the office is a modern tribe with its own unspoken rules. Amy Edmondson's research on psychological safety shows that when people don't feel safe to be authentic, they perform a version of themselves instead, a safer, smaller, more agreeable version. So here's the real question. If your emotions are managed, your opinions softened, your reactions rehearsed, which version of you is walking out the door at 6 p.m.? Maybe the workplace doesn't just shape your career. Maybe it shapes your identity, one small unnoticed moment at a time. Awareness won't fix it overnight, but noticing it, that's where you start taking it back. If this made you see your own workday differently, stick around, because we're just getting started, uncovering the hidden psychology running quietly behind modern work life.